have much to celebrate and much action that is happening here, and so we will continue with our worship with our mission moments this morning. We are honored to have Deputy Chief Cardello and Chief Neske here from the fire and police departments, and we're going to hear a little bit from both of them. First from Deputy Chief Cardello.
Good morning. My name is Joe Cardello. I'm the Deputy Fire Chief of Prince George's County Fire and EMS Department. Chief Bashore is on vacation, so I get to fill in for him for the week. I'm so happy to be here to be able to spend some time with you. I've worked for Prince George's County Fire and EMS for over 27 years. And during that time, I've had many opportunities to travel all over the country and visit other fire departments. I have a lot of friends in a lot of places. I guess what I'm trying to say is that I've been around and I've seen a lot of fire departments, and I can tell you for sure, without any doubt, that the men and women of the Prince George's County Fire and EMS Department are the hardest working, most dedicated people there are. So I feel very lucky and proud of this organization, and this organization is something that you can all be proud of too. When we talk about first responders, we always think about firefighters and paramedics and police officers. And while firefighters and paramedics do all of the emergency work, we couldn't do what we do without the support of our outstanding administrative staff and the men and women who keep our vehicles and equipment ready to go. From our fire inspectors who inspect dozens of buildings every day, to our fire investigators who sift through the aftermath of a fire and work with the fire marshal's office to prosecute arsonists, our support staff is second to none. Here in Prince George's County, we have one of the largest vehicle fleets of any fire department in the country. And with the amount of calls that we answer, it's inevitable that something is always breaking. We're very fortunate to have an outstanding apparatus maintenance staff that enables our firefighters and paramedics to always be able to answer your call. These men and women, I feel, are truly the unsung heroes, and they work behind the scenes every day to make sure that we can help you, and they're the unsung heroes of our operation. Recently, I met Pastor Daniel, and he asked, how can we help you? And I think he wanted to become more involved other than dropping off snacks at the fire station or hosting events such as this. So I thought about it. How can you help first responders? Well, there are many ways, but I think the biggest and most important way is to take care of each other. Residential home fires account for the majority of fire fatalities in this country. And one of the biggest reasons for this is that residential fires occur at night when we're all asleep and we're all home and sleeping. The installation of a working smoke alarm on every floor of your home and outside of every sleeping area significantly increases the chance that you can survive a residential fire. About 80% of the time there's a fatality in someone's home due to fire, we find that there were no working smoke alarms. So let's think about that for a second. Out of every 10 fires in someone's home where there's a fatality, 8 times out of 10, there are no working smoke alarms. Now, I'm not a math whiz or a gambler, but those are pretty bad odds. Working smoke alarms save lives. It's been proven for decades. So that is the single biggest way that you can help us help you. Ensure that you have at least one working smoke alarm per floor, and if possible, outside of every sleeping area. Test your smoke alarm every month and change your batteries twice a year. If your smoke alarm is more than 10 years old, it needs to be replaced. So that's a simple solution, but I challenge each of you to do more. Check the smoke alarms of your neighbors, your family members, and especially our seniors who may not have the means or ability to do so. If they need a smoke alarm, the Prince George's County Fire and EMS Department will provide one for free, and will even come out to help you install it. Even if you purchase a smoke alarm for your home or for your neighbor's home, we'll still come out and help you install it. We want to make sure it's done right. That's how important it is. And I'm going to leave some literature when I finish here. There are a couple ways that you can request these services. 301-864-SAFE, that's been our phone number for at least the last 27 years. And then the county website, there's a link for County Click 311. You click that, and there's a drop-down box where you can request a smoke alarm. Another important way to help us is to teach your children and grandchildren about fire safety. Teach them how to dial 911 and when to dial 911. Teach them their telephone numbers and their addresses. Talk about an escape plan with them and practice it at least once a month so it becomes second nature. In the event of a fire, that's not the first time you want to be going through your escape plan. So talk about it and practice it. Teach them about stop, drop, and roll, about crawling low under smoke, and together come up with a safe meeting place outside your home. Teach them to never play with matches or lighters, and to always come and get you and notify you when they do find unattended matches and lighters. And please, make sure your home address numbers are visible from the street. Don't store flammable liquids in your homes. Don't use barbecue grills on wooden decks. And purchase a simple fire extinguisher and make sure everyone knows how to use it. With the holidays coming up, only use UL listed and approved lights and extension cords when you're decorating your homes, and be sure not to overload those extension cords. And some people say, well, how do I know when I've overloaded it? Well, if the extension cord, or if you have a strip and it has 4 outlets, and you keep putting those things in there where you can put 4 more and 4 more, that's out overloading it. So, just in case. Make sure the area around your furnace is clear. We ask that you have 3 feet of clearance around your furnace. Have chimneys cleaned and inspected annually, and dispose of ashes properly. And I talked about this last year. I told you guys that I was new to the world of fried turkey, and it's officially an addiction now. So that's getting very popular. If you're going to do that, 30 to 50 feet away from your house. And please don't do it on the deck or in the garage. And if you have any doubts about that, just go on YouTube and put in turkey fryer fire. And you'll see people, you wouldn't believe the things that people do. Please, away from the house. The point of all this is that a little bit of prevention on your part is the biggest way that you can help us. So please go home today and check your smoke alarms, and remind your neighbors and loved ones to check theirs also, and do it for them if they can't. Call us at 864-SAFE, or go to the county website, County Click 311, and request a smoke alarm, and we'll help you install it. Thanks for allowing me to talk to you for a few minutes, and thanks for hosting this event to recognize first responders.
And now we will hear from Chief Neske of the Bowie Police Department.
Good morning. So evidently, doing well or doing good is exhausting. Public safety is exhausting. And evidently, it's very hard on the hair follicles. It always makes me nervous when someone goes in front of me and they have notes and speeches and statistics. And I'm just sitting there going, dang, what am I going to talk about now? But what I will say is doing good and doing good things can be exhausting. Bowie is one of the most tired communities in the universe. Yesterday I was at the community center. We were putting meals together. We'd turn on the lights in Bowie for meals that are going over to Haiti. You look at the things that this community does, and we do a lot of good work here. One of the things that makes Bowie is the amount of community engagement that we have. And you can't sell that anywhere else. You look at other communities, you just don't see that level of engagement. When you've got the faith community that reaches out and binds the community together the way it does, and then reaches out to public safety agencies and shows the support. We're all connected. When you look at the nation lately, before the election, we had some hard times. Law enforcement had some hard times recently. But the community support has always been there for us. Whether there's reform that's necessary and whether there's improvements, there's always improvements that we need to make. But the community is there supporting us while we as a profession make those changes. You look at the election, whether you're excited about it or whether you're horrified by it, it doesn't change the fact that we're a community. And whatever comes down the pipe, we will face as a community. So on that note, I just want to thank everyone here and everyone who couldn't make it or maybe at the next service for the support and for the connections that we have. And that's what we need to really focus on, is the support and connections that we have, not our differences. It's amazing. I've been on the earth for a little bit now. And I've never seen as a divisive a process as this has been. People are unfriending people on Facebook. It's just blown my mind, it really has, that we've lost the ability to have civil discourse. Whether we agree or disagree, we as a nation have lost the ability to hear contrary opinions. And something we need to remember, what binds us together. We as your police department, and I say your police department because that is how you refer to us. We're not the Bowie Police Department, we're your police department. We're celebrating our 10-year anniversary. From day one, since the residents voted in the referendum, this has been a joint and community effort. It will continue to be so. So from me and my folks, I just want to thank you for the support. I want to thank you for the commitment and the partnerships that we enjoy. Not all communities are as fortunate as we are to enjoy that support. And we're going to do things that won't irritate you. Law enforcement, that's the nature of our business. If we give you a ticket, it doesn't make somebody happy. If we happen to have to do some enforcement action, nobody goes away happy about it. But through everything, we're all working for the same thing, and that's to make Bowie a great community and a safe community. To that end, we've also opened up our call center. So now we are taking non-emergency calls. 911 still goes directly to the county, but we are taking non-emergency calls and entering them directly into the county's dispatch system, and then we're being dispatched by the county still. But you don't have to wait through the long queue that the county can sometimes experience just by the sheer volume. And again, these kind of things that we move forward with are reflections of what we're hearing from you, reflections of the support that we get from you that allows us to do these things and allows us to make our department as responsive to your needs as we can. We will be working towards some other things. We're trying to get our own Facebook page. I know that doesn't sound like that big of a deal, but we're trying to make ourselves more approachable, more responsive to you. For those of you who tweet, I'm on Twitter. I have been known to answer tweets in about 2 or 3 in the morning. So same with emails. I just don't like to sleep sometimes. But again, it's that responsiveness. You need to know that you can reach us, and you need to know that we listen, and you need to know that we care. But again, thank you very much for the invite for here. Thank you very much for the snacks that we had the other day. Well, They ate all of them before I could get to them, but that's who they were supposed to be for, the people working the street. But again, anytime that we can be there for you, whether it's through here and any organizations that you have, anything that you have that you would like to share with us, please make sure that you do that. We're here for you. We do listen. We may not give you the answer you always want to hear, but we will do our best to do what we can for you. Again, thank you, and please keep doing what you're doing, and keep making Bowie as great as it is. Thank you.